Everybody online is telling you electricians make six figures, and yeah, some do. But nobody's talking about the years of barely scraping by as an apprentice, the 5 a.m. wake ups, the summers where you're pulling wire in a 130-degree attic, or the fact that your knees might be shot by 45. I'm a licensed electrician in California, and I'm going to give you the real numbers, from first year apprentice all the way up to running your own shop. No fluff, no hype, just the truth.
Let's be real about apprentice pay because there's a lot of confusion. If you're just starting out, whether through a union hall or a non-union apprenticeship, expect to earn somewhere between $16 and $24 an hour, depending on your area and your employer. In high cost of living states like California, New York, or Washington, union first-year apprentices can start at $24 to $28 with full benefits. In rural areas or non-union shops in lower-cost states, you might be looking at $15 to $18. Here's what people don't tell you. Your pay goes up on a schedule. Union programs typically advance your pay every 6 months. Non-union shops vary. Some advance you based on skills and time, others leave you at the same rate until you push for a raise. Know which situation you're in. Apprentice years are not the time to optimize for income. They're the time to optimize for learning. Find the shop where you'll work on the widest range of jobs with journeymen who actually want to teach. The difference in what you learn in a good apprenticeship versus a bad one is worth way more than a $2 bump at a shop where you'll pull wire in tract homes for 5 years. Average apprentice income range, $33,000 to $52,000 a year, depending on location, hours, and how fast you advance. Once you get your journeyman card, everything changes. You're a licensed skilled tradesperson. Demand for journeyman electricians is through the roof right now, and it's been that way for years. The industry is short tens of thousands of qualified journeymen, and the shortage is getting worse, not better. Journeyman pay varies a lot by market. Union commercial industrial, $45 to $65 an hour in most major markets, plus benefits, pension contributions, and overtime. A union journeyman in San Francisco or Seattle can clear $120,000 to $140,000 per year working normal hours. With overtime, more. Non-union residential, $28 to $45 an hour. Less benefits, but often more flexibility. Take-home can still be strong depending on your shop and your hours. Specialty work, data centers, hospitals, semiconductor fabs, high voltage, skilled journeymen in specialty sectors can command $55, $75 an hour, even non-union. These are the jobs worth chasing if you're willing to do the additional training. The big mistake journeymen make is staying on the same job for comfort. I've seen guys stay at a shop for 7 years because they liked their foreman. Meanwhile, the guy who moved around picked up solar, commercial tenant improvements, and data center experience, and he's making $22 an hour more. Average journeyman income range, $62,000 to $1,000, $125,000 a year, depending on union status, location, and specialty. Getting your master license is a different level. The test is hard. Studying for it seriously takes months, but what it unlocks is significant. You can now pull permits in your own name, which means you can run jobs independently, and more importantly, you can start your own business. Masters who stay as employees see maybe a $3 to $8 premium over journeyman pay depending on the company. That's real money, but not life-changing. Where the master license becomes a multiplier is when you combine it with leadership roles or business ownership. A master electrician running as general superintendent on a large commercial job can pull $100,000 to $150,000 as an employee, and if they go out on their own, different game entirely. If you're planning to own a business eventually, get your master license as fast as your state allows. It's the foundation. Don't wait. Here's where it gets interesting. The highest earning people in the trade aren't the union journeymen with 30 years in, though some of them do very well. The highest earners are the business owners who built systems and hired good people. A solo electrician running their own shop, no employees, just themselves, can realistically clear $100,000 to $160,000 in take-home net profit. More if they're in a high-demand market and they're efficient, less if their overhead is sloppy. See you start hiring, first one employee, then two, then a crew. Your ceiling goes up, but so does your complexity. A small electrical contractor with 3 to 5 electricians in the field should be generating $800K to $2 million in gross revenue. Net profit margins in residential electrical run 15 to 30% if you're running the business right. On 1.5 million gross, that's $225,000 to $450,000 in profit before the owner's salary. The guys clearing 200K plus aren't just great electricians. They're great businessmen. They know their numbers, they price jobs correctly, they hire and retain good people, and they market consistently. Common mistakes that keep electrical contractors stuck. Underpricing because they're afraid to lose jobs, not tracking overhead or job costs per project, doing everything themselves instead of delegating. No systems for estimating, scheduling, or billing. I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't talk about geography because it matters enormously. Electrician pay in San Francisco, Seattle, or New York City is not the same as electrician pay in rural Kansas or Mississippi. A journeyman pulling $50 an hour in the Bay Area and a journeyman at $28 an hour in a small southern city might have similar quality of life once you factor in cost of living, but the nominal numbers are wildly different. If income maximization is the goal, consider where you're willing to live. The major data center corridors, Northern Virginia, Central Oregon, Phoenix, Dallas, and the Bay Area, have been paying premium rates for skilled electricians for years with no signs of slowing. These jobs often pay prevailing wage rates, which are set by government data and tend to be significantly above market for commercial work. You don't have to move forever. Some electricians do project work in high-paying markets for 6 to 12 months, bank the income, then return home. It's not for everyone, but it's an option worth knowing.
So how much do electricians really make? The honest answer, anywhere from 35K as a first-year apprentice to well over 200K as a business owner or specialized journeyman. The median is probably somewhere around 65K to 85K for a solid journeyman who works steady. Is it six figures for everyone? No. But it's a career where you can absolutely get there without a college degree, without student debt, and with skills that will never go out of demand. People will always need electricity. If you're thinking about getting into the trades, or you're already in and want to level up, hit subscribe. This channel is all about the real talk, the money, the grind, the truth. No gatekeeping, no sugarcoating. I'll see you in the next one.